Hey, Katt, what's up, man?
Katt, how are you, sir?
Good, man. How you doing?
Excellent, thank you.
Man, I had to first off say I'm a huge fan, and I appreciate you taking out the time to do the interview.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Man, your fan base is crazy. Like, I'm a white dude from the suburbs, and even my dad was like, "Oh shit, you're interviewing Money Mike? Like, that's crazy."
Yeah, well, that's really, when you're putting in the groundwork, that's what you count on is the actual real people out there, and you're able to let Hollywood stuff be Hollywood stuff.
So, are you don't do stand up anymore? You're just doing movies?
Well, I found that it's best if I do them one at a time, just so that I can give everything its just due. So just understand that when I'm doing movies, that's when I'm writing the stand up and putting it together. So at every point, I'm still working on the other. It's just that a movie may take 3 to 4 months to complete, and a stand-up special may take that equal amount of time, and already you're at 8 months out of your 12.
I'm not going to go too much on your personal life, but how is everything going better now? I mean, you're about to star in this movie and everything, so it seems like things are doing better.
Well, there you go. We'll let that be the word on it. Yeah, the whole thing is it's okay for you to go through whatever it is you go through, but at the end of the day, it comes back to the work. And so I'm glad that rather than me have to answer people tweet for tweet and supposition to supposition, I can actually just let some of the work speak for itself. They generally say I'm crazy until they have to be in a product with me and can't produce.
Well, you know what I find, if you really look at Hollywood, it seems like the realest people and the people who really tell it like it is are the ones that they try to kind of keep down.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I can't act like I went into it naive. I understood the fact that the person that I was attempting to be would be somebody that the other side could not be happy about. And so now I'm just thankful that I'm still around. And as long as I'm around, I might as well bring what it is that I bring, and that's the truth and funny. And if I can make both of those things stick, then I'll take whatever the consequences are.
Exactly, that's what I think it is. I think the ones who tell the truth and are the most truthful are the ones that they try to hold back, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's like that. I found that to be the case, famous or unfamous. I'm saying you have that with your own family members and your coworkers and the people around you, people who you wish would be more supportive to what you have going on, and you find them to be counter that. But I'm just trying to make sure that the person who doesn't have my particular perks in life, that person can look at it and understand that even if you get punched in the face, you still make the right decision. The punch doesn't really matter.
I mean, that's with real life in general. I guess the more truthful you are, the more consequences you might face, because it takes a certain type of person and a real man to tell it like it is.
Well, yeah, I'm saying the people that tell lies, the reason that they tell lies is because they understand that there's a possibility that if they told the truth, that a lot of people wouldn't like them. And if a lot of people didn't like them, there would be things that they would do to them. And so it's easier for them to lie. And, that's what they do over there. Over here, we tell the truth regardless of what the circumstance is. And it just so happens that's also what I do for a living. So now I can't be the king and not take the king's share of the punishment.
So, the new movie is Scary Movie 5, right?
Yes.
And when does that come out? This week or next week?
That is Friday, sir. It is time, finally. I think I speak for all comedy fans when I say it is time with today's comedy landscape to go see a movie and just laugh from the time you go in to the time that you walk out. And so I was just glad that I was given an opportunity to be on that type of an ensemble list.
Yeah, I mean, Scary Movie is a pretty reputable franchise, so it seems like you're still in demand. Did they actively reach out? Did they actively reach out to you, or did you have to audition?
Um, I'm trying to think of a humble way to say that, but there's it was I don't know if they had auditions. I don't know who would audition against Charlie Sheen or Snoop Dogg or Bow Wow or Terry Crews or there's only one of all of these people, and so the brilliance of Scary Movie as a franchise, the reason they got that 800 million is they always make sure that they put all the components of the gumbo together. So now, as big a fan as I was of the other Scary Movies, I wasn't in those. And so this was my opportunity to make my mark.
Yeah, so I wondered if they made the part specifically with you in mind, because you know you're a good.
No,
No.
no, because it was already done. It was already done when I saw it, and so that was the attractive part to me is I got that before I even got the list, and the character that they wrote was something that not only had I never played before, it was something I didn't know how I would play it, and it was already funny. And so now, for me, that crosses most of my priorities off the list.
So can you just talk about your character a little bit in the movie?
Yeah, because he's a psychic and a magician, and so you know those two worlds are worlds where they're relying on you to trick them, even though they know that you're going to trick them. And to see this guy trick them while being tricked himself, even on paper, was funny. So my job was to try to amp it up a little bit more than it already was. But it meant that I really didn't have to improv. I just had to be funny. Okay.
Okay. So this.
Sorry, I'm long-winded.
Yeah, no problem. So this movie's more so a parody on like the paranormal and ghosts and stuff like that, right?
Right, like there's like 5 or 6 different movies at one time that are being done. So that was kind of the mastery of it, is how they were able to work them all out. And in spoof form, you know, that they're not only counting on your knowledge of the genre, but your knowledge of funny. But when it's done expertly, then that's when you get the real comedy experience. And Zucker is a master of that. I think we can all agree.
Okay, well, my one last question is just, I was just wondering what your thoughts are on, like, the paranormal and the ghosts and stuff like that. Like, if you ever had an interaction in real life or a story or anything that made you believe in this kind of stuff, or if you don't believe in this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, last time I checked, Satan was ahead of that whole supernatural paranoia thing over there, and I deal with him on a daily basis. He's a loser, always has been a loser. He's losing today like he lost yesterday, and he's going to lose tomorrow. But I cannot deny the fact that it does exist. He is the entity that controls my bad press. So, you know, that's why it was important for me to be able to go over on his turf and deliver such a stellar comedy performance.
All right, well, great. You know, I appreciate you taking out the time. And just to sum it up, Scary Movie 5, and it comes out on Friday, right?
Yes, and thank you, Wallace Status, and you specifically, Zach.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm a huge fan, and you know, I can't wait to go see it this Friday.
I appreciate you. Thank you.